Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with another mukbang. I have some shrimp, potatoes. There were some onions in here that are pretty much like cooked down now. Some jalapeno in here too. Shrimp, potatoes, just seasonings, lemonade. And then I also have some lemon wedges. Don't mind my watery eyes, I just died drinking my lemonade. So, I'll pick that up later. I'm gonna add some extra lemon to this. I cut these lemon wedges so dumb. Oh my god. This is a mess. And I have a cut on my finger, so this doesn't feel the best. Pain. We're just gonna milk the lemon. Anyways, and I'm so sad because I just realized that I was gonna buy a whole like French baguette so I could dip it into the sauce. I forgot to buy that, so I'm upset. A little baby potato. They're so hot. So good though. So today, I actually don't have a crime case to talk about really. I was just gonna kind of eat and talk. Yeah, I didn't really have much planned. I just knew that I wanted to eat this on camera. That's all I knew. So, and these are just like wild Gulf shrimp. I don't know. All I know is that they were the cheapest ones. And the sauce is just like a sauce that I usually make. It's kind of random. It has like butter. I put a little bit of water just so it could like help the potatoes boil a little bit. Bunch of butter, like a lot of butter. Cajun seasoning. Which I think I'm gonna add some more because it needs a little bit more salt. I'm gonna go add that. It has Cajun seasoning in it, butter, a little bit of water, Worcestershire sauce, lemon, onion, fresh garlic and garlic powder, jalapeno, and then potatoes. That's really it, I think. Oh, just kind of put like random stuff in it that I think will be good. I put some red chili pepper flakes in there too. Just because I didn't know if the jalapeno would be enough spiciness. So I added some of that and the Cajun seasoning too. I didn't know if it would be enough spiciness also. So I think I kind of overcooked the shrimp just a little bit. I'm gonna be struggling to deshell this because I have a cut on this finger. Like the most important finger. I think I cut it yesterday at work. I don't know. I really don't know. I just looked down and it was like cut open and I was like, oh, okay. That's happening now, okay. I'm so sad I forgot that French baguette. Oh my god. I have bread, but it's just like the healthy type bread. No one wants that right now. Adding that extra little bit more of seasoning helped a lot. I've been craving this because last week there's this seafood place near my house, like literally like 5 minutes away from my house, and we tried it about a year ago maybe, like right before COVID happened, and it was so delicious. Like, oh my gosh, they have like all types of like, it's like a seafood bar type deal, and it's owned by Asians, so I love that too. Like, gotta support my people. And they just like make a certain type of like seafood. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. So they do like gumbo, things like that, po' boys, fried fish, but they also do seafood broils. Like I said, I ate it about a year ago. And that restaurant's been on my mind for the past year. So we finally went again last week. It was so good. And ever since I ate it, I've been craving more of this, so I made my own version at home. Their sauce is so good. I don't know what they use to make it, but it's so good. My boyfriend like swears he was like, because he tried it, he like dipped his bread, because he had like Texas toast with his meal. He was like, oh, let me dip my bread in. I was like, okay, cool. And he was telling me that, you know what it tastes like is the Shin ramen like broth. And it kind of does. But I don't know what they use to, you know, make theirs, but Anyways, I got a new car. It really wasn't in the plan. But it's fine. Got a new car. It's so weird to have like an advanced car, because before, I love that car to death, and she actually just got towed away like 20 minutes ago. My old car was a 14-year-old 2007 Hyundai Elantra. It had almost 200,000 miles on it. She did me good. I had her for almost 10 years. I took really good care of her. Like, she really didn't give me issues till like the past like couple of years, and I just got tired of it, because then it was like affecting people in my life too that would like have to come and help me and whatnot. And I'll kind of get into the story of what happened to the car. So I was like, you know what? I'm working again. I'm just gonna treat myself and just get a new car. Because it was really just like better in the long run, like financial wise, because my car was only worth like a couple $100s at the end of the day. Because of all the miles she had on her and everything, so I was just like, whatever. But this happened like maybe 2 weeks ago, and this video probably won't be posted till like the end of February, so this happened like middle of January for reference. So I'm like pulling into work, you know, skirt in my car, and halfway through, so I don't even know if I should say this on the internet, because it is probably very illegal, but I do it. But I safely drive, okay? Like, what I like to do lately is, I mean, I love music, but lately my thing has been listening to YouTube videos while I'm driving to work. So I'm listening to my YouTube video, and I like to keep my phone on my dashboard, like where like my speedometer and all that is. So I don't know when the battery light came on, but it kind of like moved when I was like pulling into the parking lot. I noticed my battery light was on. I was like, that can't be good, but okay. I'm like, I'll deal with it later. I Google what's wrong, and they're like, yeah, that's a very, very serious issue. You should seriously like address it like ASAP. I was like, okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it on my day off in like 4 days. So I'm like praying to the gods all day. Like, please car, turn on when I get off of work because I want to go to the gym. It turns on. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. Because also too, my gym is like walking distance from my house. So I was like, if I make it to the gym and my car dies and like won't turn back on when I'm at the gym, like leaving the gym, like it's fine, I'll just walk home because it's right there. Like it's not that big of a deal. My car had other plans for me for that night. So I'm like pretty close, like I can see the gym. And I noticed that like, I'm like, okay, like certain buttons on my like thing aren't working. Like some of my AC buttons are not working. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe the car's just like in battery saving mode. It's in low power mode. No, it's not, bitch. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I noticed that my car's starting to shake a little bit. She's shaking. I'm in at a stoplight with a turning lane. I'm in this lane and then there's another lane. I'm kind of like in the middle-ish. And then my ABS light comes on. I'm like, okay. Mind you too, this isn't a highway anymore. It used to be a highway, but still very, very busy. And they don't really have that many street lights. It's very dark at night, and it was nighttime. It's like 7:30 at night. So, and then another 10 seconds goes by, and my EPS lights come on. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And we're still at a red light. I'm like, oh my god. And then my parking brake light comes on. I'm like, I don't even have my parking brake on. This can't be good. And then the lights inside my car just start to dim, like slowly, like my radio light and everything. I'm like, oh no. The light turns green. I like book it as fast as I can. I get into the turning lane right here since I'm gonna like, and I put my hazards on. I call my boyfriend like freaking out. He's like, oh my god, like, I told you should have bought a new car a long time ago. But me, I have not had a car payment almost 10 years. So I bought this car off of my dad, and within like a few months I paid it off. So, as he basically was like, just give me like $1,000 down payment and pay off whatever left is on the car. And I think there was like $3,000 or $4,000 left on the car, something like that. So I paid it off. I'm like, if I don't have to have a car here, I'm not gonna have one. So I've been like pushing the, really pushing it with this car. So he's like, fine, like I'll come get you. Luckily, it's like right next to our house, So he comes and gets me, jumps the car. And I'm like confused too, because the thing is, this is a brand new battery. Well, the battery is like a year old, but I was furloughed for most of 2020. So like I barely even put like 5,000 miles on my car last year. And usually I do like, I get an oil change every 5,000 miles. I usually get an oil change like 3 times a year, maybe 4 times a year. So that just really shows like how much I did not drive my car at all last year. So I was like, okay, that's weird because it's a brand new battery. Like, I don't understand. And then we were like, it's probably the alternator. So then he drives my car and he's like, go straight home. I'm like, yes, sir. As I'm driving by the gym, like, I'll see you later, baby. So I'm pulling into the neighborhood. I'm like, okay, good, cool, No. My car dies mid-turn into the neighborhood. My power steering goes out. I almost run up on a curb and hit the corner house's fence and run into their backyard. But I was able to turn it in time. So I call him again. I'm like, hi. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I broke down again. I need you to come jump my car again. So now he calls his mom, because she helps fix everything. a real one. And she's like, it's definitely the alternator, so that means that you can't. She was like, what makes it shut down is when you like press the brakes, I guess. So she was like, so you can't press the brakes. Like you have to just like coast it or like press the brakes and gas at the same time. Like you gotta figure it out. I was like, okay. And like, even though I'm in the neighborhood, like I was in there like another part of the neighborhood, but like our neighborhoods are like, there's like 3 of our neighborhoods that are all connected together, and there's like 20 different outlets. So I was like, technically in a different neighborhood, but I was like, whatever, you know, if that makes sense. So I was over there running stop signs and shit, just trying to like get home. I made it home, kept it parked on the street. His mom's husband came over the next day and they were looking at it, and we were like, yeah, we could fix it, but it's just like, it's not even worth it anymore. So I was like, fine. So one day when I finally had a day off, I went and bought a new car. And it's brand new. Like, it hasn't been driven before. It's only been like test driven. Like when I got it, it only had like 20 miles on it. It was a 2020. So yeah, it was exciting. It's weird to have that updated of a car, because before, my car was like, it was a 2007. So it was very, very outdated, like. And too, when my dad bought it off of whoever he bought it off of years ago, they didn't even have an actual key fob. So I've never had a key fob before. Like, I just have a single key. And I've never like gotten a spare key made or anything. So it's just literally like a key. So I've never had like a little beeper. Like, I've never had that before. Don't know what that does. You know, never had that nice of a car. So it's pretty cool because it's like push to start and things like that. This is so good. I still have to go to the gym too, because like I said, they just actually towed away the car right now. Like right before I started filming this video. Because they were like, yeah, like we picked up, like I called them a few days ago, because I first called a few junk places and none of them would answer my call and none of them would return my voicemail, so I felt offended. And they're like, yeah, Monday we can do this. The window frame is anywhere from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Like, what? Like, how am I supposed to plan my whole day with that? Like, I can't do nothing with that. But luckily they came at 12. And I was like, watch, they're gonna come early. And they, well, he came like basically at 12 on the dot for the most part, but he called me at like 11:20 and I was out grocery shopping. Because tomorrow's my boyfriend's birthday. I was like, I told him last night, I was like, how does it feel to be old? And he was like, I don't know, you tell me, because I'm a year older than my boyfriend. I was like, damn. But then I was like, true. Yeah, so I was getting stuff like, you know, we just needed groceries, and then, you know, and I wanted to get this stuff for the mukbang today. Which I knew I was forgetting, so I was forgetting the French baguette. And I was even standing over there in the bakery for a good minute because I was waiting for a cake. So, another thing too, do any of y'all watch Sons of Anarchy? I love that show. And I just recently saw this TikTok. Maybe y'all saw it too. It did kind of go viral. If you're on crime TikTok, you probably saw it. But the guy who plays Half-Sack, I don't know his name. I feel like a jerk now. But anyways, this girl was like, do you ever wonder what happened to him? Oh, let me tell you what happened to him. And I thought she was gonna say like, oh, like he like moved somewhere or did something. No, oh my gosh. This poor guy. He, back in like 2012 or 2011, he got into a motorcycle accident, which is kind of ironic because he's like a big character, well, kind of a big character in a motorcycle show. But he got into a big, like a really bad motorcycle accident, and he had like head trauma. And when he went to the hospital, they were like, oh, you don't have a concussion. Do you still want us to treat you for anything? He was like, no, if I don't have a concussion, like I'm gonna leave. So he left the hospital that night. But they didn't assess like the other damage that he had, because he was just like, well, if I don't have to stay, like, you know, because maybe if you have a concussion, maybe they have to make you stay or something like that. He leaves, and it actually caused like a lot of damage to his brain, and he started acting really weird. But no one really knew what was going on. Like, I think people thought that maybe it was like drugs or alcohol or something like that. Like, I don't think people, it's really sad because no, I mean, even me, like, not a lot of people are like very like educated on head trauma, and it even happens a lot with like wrestlers. Like, a lot of people believe that maybe that's what happened with like Chris Benoit. Like, he had I can't think of the word, but I want to say like it basically like causes like damage to like your frontal lobe or something like that, and kind of like can cause like your brains to be scrambled almost in a way. But a lot of like football players have this issue, and a lot of like, even they think that Aaron Hernandez, I think a lot of people believe that he suffered from that too. And anyways, I'm getting off subject, but head injuries aren't really like, I don't know, sometimes they're kind of brushed under the rug when they shouldn't really be. But people were like, whatever, like maybe he's just like kind of off his rocker now. But no, it was actually because of the brain trauma. So he was actually like, he attacked a few people, got arrested for it, you know, got in trouble for it. His mugshots looked terrible. He did not look like himself at all, which is really sad. And instead of like getting the help that he needed, I mean, he probably didn't even realize he really needed help, because when you have like head trauma like that, you don't really think. But yeah, then I think like a week or so after he was released on probation or something like that, he after like one of his like little crimes that he did, he actually broke into his landlady's house and like beat her to death. And then they don't know if he accidentally fell or if he jumped off her roof and ended up dying. And when he was autopsied, he had no drugs or alcohol in his system at all. So he was completely sober. So he was definitely like suffering from like a mental like breakdown from his head trauma or something. But I thought that was so crazy, because I feel like I might have remember hearing about him like passing away, because I think he passed away like a few years ago, like back in like 2015 or something like that, like quite a while ago. I feel like I did hear something about it, but I don't know, because I even asked my boyfriend, like I showed him the TikTok and I was like, isn't that crazy? And he was like, what? Like, I had no idea that he was like dead. Like, I thought he was alive. Yeah, but I thought that was crazy. And it escalated so quickly too. So I was like, oh, she's just being like, oh, he's doing this now in like Hollywood or whatever, but no, he passed away. That's so sad. Alright, y'all, well, I hope y'all enjoy this mukbang. I know it's completely different than what I use. Well, not completely different, but I didn't really tell like any like actual true crime story. I just kind of like blabbered on for 30 minutes while I ate the shrimp. Yeah, but I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope y'all grabbed a snack and ate with me. I love watching mukbang videos whenever I'm eating alone. Like if my boyfriend's working or something like that. I like to watch people eat and eat with them. I don't know, I find it comforting. So I hope you found some comfort in this video. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.